I'm Spandita Malik. I am from India and currently I live in Brooklyn, New York. And my work is mostly mixed media work in photography as a social practice. I collaborate with women in India and we create works that are a mixture of photography and embroidery. I wanted to come to America to pursue my master's in photography. I had to get out of India to increase the gap of where my career could be. As a woman, I just knew that I could get more out in my career than I could back at home in India. I think over the past few years, the idea of home has kind of become a little more vague than it used to be. I believe that home is where your family and friends are, where you feel most comfortable. And I also believe that we have the ability to sort of make home wherever we are. मेरी बहन यहाँ पे रहती है जर्सी सिटी में उसके अलावा मेरे यहाँ पे कोई रिश्तेदार नहीं है. I knew that I was creative and I went on to so many mediums before I actually realized what I wanted to do, and I wanted to be an artist. Indian parents and Indian society sort of builds you up to have very specific careers. Based on that, I was studying to become a chartered accountant. I just flipped when I was 18 and I was like, I can't do this. And then I started pursuing fashion design. And sort of along the way, I realized that I wanted to be an artist, like a full-time artist. The first big exhibition is my solo exhibition at the Visual Arts Center of New Jersey. The show opens in February 2021, and I'm really, really excited about it. My country of origin becomes a very big part of my work because it all kind of starts from me being a woman going through the Indian society and dealing with gendered violence on a daily basis. Like if it's in my community, if it's on the media, if it's anywhere else, it was just something that was so close to my life. I think that it's sort of impacted my entire work. I work with domestic abuse survivors, especially women in my work. Some of the women are not allowed to leave their houses. They're all Indian, and the idea of me being an Indian woman is something that it plays so heavily in this work because I enter their spaces, I talk to them about these really private conversations, and it's all possible because that just bridges the gap of not being a stranger. I take the portraits of these women in their houses, in the spaces that they are in most of the time, and using heat transfer, I transfer it onto fabric of the region that they're from. And I ask them to embroider their own portraits in whatever way that they want to. There are no guidelines. They can do anything and everything they want to their own portrait. Most of them embroider in the way that the cultural embroidery is famous in the state that they're in. Some of them decide to hide their face. Some of them adorn the walls behind them in gold. And some of them just decorate what they're wearing. Emphasize on their jewelry. There are various things that is like very different to every person, but that's the whole process of the work. When I was studying philosophy of photography, portraiture always became something that was interesting to me. I was reading about how the moment before a photograph's taken and the moment after the photograph's taken, the person can look completely different and the way you read the person is completely different. But the moment that you've captured tells the whole story. And that is so important in the work because I'm talking about the stories of these women and I want to translate that. Apart from all the embroidery that they do, I also want people to read the expression, that specific moment that I'm trying to capture here that could convey the story far beyond what I can tell you. What makes an American in my perspective is the ability to think that your biggest dreams can become a reality. Just the ability to know that you can work towards that and it's possible, irrespective of where you're from, who you are. And I know it's a tense political climate, but as an outsider, that's how I feel.